Oh, hello, Seraphina here. In our last lesson, we've covered all the minor arcana. So what I want to do now, just do a little bit of an overview of those, and I want you to think about each one as a little story, really, of their own, and remember that the minor arcana are sort of changes that everyone has to sort of go through in life. For instance, we'll start with the Pentacles. Are initially with the Pentacles, it's a very earthly card. So initially we might think of an idea of how we're going to earn some money. So that'll be the sort of Ace of Pentacles, okay? So we're going to go through our journey of life. So we've thought about how we're going to earn money, what career we're going to have, and then perhaps at some point we're going to have to balance our money. We're going to be obviously juggling it, as you can see, saving it for the things that we want, perhaps an outlay for medical expenses, or paying for things, again, what we sort of essentially need, perhaps, giving some to charity, working life, and reaping the harvest, and ultimately having the money that you've sort of set out to get. So basically, it's like a little journey from the beginning to the end. So we've got the Ace of Pentacles and then ultimately the Ten of Pentacles. So that would be what we want, a suitcase full of money, and then we look at the wands. Okay, so we start again with the wands. Start off with an idea, creative idea. Okay, so there we go, the Ace of Wands there, and then we're going to have to make decisions on what career path we're going to take, and carry on sort of finding out what's going to happen to us in the future. So there we go, save and do, progressing in our career to get the things that we want, perhaps protecting the things that we want. You can see people there protecting what they've got, family and friends, achievement in your career or creative project, whatever it is you've decided to do. Again, protecting yourself from anything. We've got the things changing all of a sudden. We've got things that can go wrong all of a sudden, and then sort of bearing the weight of family, perhaps pressure, perhaps the fact that you've got to stay in your job and and balance everything out, look after your children, etc. So just think of them as like a little story from, Ace to 10, okay? So like I said, we all have to go through these things. And then in sort of the matters of the heart, these are relationships, friendships, or, lovers, whatever. So start again with the Ace of Cups, the beginning of a love affair or beginning of a loving friendship, or even a loving project like poems, writing, that sort of thing. Meeting up with someone, perhaps starting dating someone. Three of Cups, friendships blossoming, perhaps some loss along the way with your heart, nostalgia, choices, and sort of moving through. So ultimately, again, it's having a fulfilling life with family and friends and having everything that you want on an emotional level. So again, it's going through from Ace all the way to Ten of Cups, so getting what you want ultimately in the end, okay? Now the sword's all about truth. It's a very sharp object, so obviously it can cause pain, but sometimes we have to have pain for things to move forward, okay, to sort of learn the lessons that we need to learn in life. Again, beginning with the Ace of Swords, it's finding the ultimate truth, inspiration, again, it can be inspiration. And this is a very logical card, it's a very male type set of cards when it comes to the swords, okay? It's very black and white, okay? So then we again going through life, all the different things that can happen, heartbreak, learning a lesson from that, regrouping, resting, learning to rest, learning to take time out, perhaps escaping a horrible situation, perhaps having people do wrong to you, perhaps stealing your money, perhaps a time where you can't see light at the end of the tunnel, nightmares and that sort of thing, and also, ultimately the end to those horrible situations, okay? So again, they're not the nicest of cards, but sometimes they're necessary for you to move on, okay? So again, minor arcana, the sort of things that we all have to learn in life. So if you think of those, 4 sets of cards as all the various changes that can happen through your life, then it'll give you some sort of idea of, the way you're going when you're actually doing the tarot cards. It makes it a little bit easier, okay?